Hey guys, it's Epoch. We're doing a ramble video, and the topic of this one is going to be what I'd like to see come out of PokeMMO in the future. I was gonna make like a more, I don't know what the word is, I guess like professional video for this, but I think the topics like kind of lended I think it would still be fine if I just kind of sat here and kind of rambled off my thoughts on each of these topics and like why I think each should come to the game. So I think it's like 13 or 15 things written down that I'd like to just briefly go over that I think would be good for PokeMMO. A lot of these are taken from what other games have done, mainly RuneScape, because I think that's probably the best like community influenced MMO game. Like they take a lot of suggestions from the community, and they have like polls and stuff like that uh, to determine what comes into the game. And I think a lot of the ideas that have gone into that would also be really good for PokeMMO. So yeah, let's get into it. So the first one I have written down here is an official Ironman mode. Now, there's a couple of YouTubers for PokeMMO that do Ironman, and what essentially Ironman is you play PokeMMO without using the GTL. Like, you have to be self-sufficient for everything you do. And I'm assuming that entails, like, getting your own Leppas and, like, yeah, just grinding money from gym runs or what, any other, like, raw yen sources. That, because, like, you can't sell the, you have to buy all of your, or not buy, you have to catch all of your breeders. You know, it makes you do a lot of things that you wouldn't normally do if you were playing the game with the GTL, because like I have really no reason to go out and go catch Pokemon because I just flip all day. Like if an Iron Man mode came out, it would be really cool. And um I think something from PokeMMO, just like officializing an account like that, would be good, because it would be able to, you'd be able to show off to people that you are playing the game in that way without just having like iron whatever in your username. Like I don't know. The way RuneScape does it is for their Iron Man mode, they have like specific little outfits that you get when you sign up for an account like that, and there's a whole different leaderboard for it. Um, yeah, I think it'd be really cool. I also think that PokeMMO should make like a an in-game leaderboard for most shinies. That's something that already kind of exists with like the PokeMMO Zone website, but I think that has to be like player updated or something lame like that. It'd be really nice if they could just like figure out how to do that automatically, and I'm assuming they could also use that technology to get better, more accurate scoring for the shiny wars. Um, that way they wouldn't have to do it manually. I think it would just for that reason alone, it would be worth their time to make that. So yeah, that's two. That's two right there. So in-game leaderboard, official Iron Man mode. All right, the next one I have is a legendary sync. Now I'm gonna bring up the GTL real quick. We're gonna look at Articuno prices. This is a legendary Pokemon. It's worth only 300k, and I can tell you right now that these are usually cheaper than this. These get as low as like 250. Let's look at Moltres. Moltres is 400. Let's look at Entei, maybe 600. Yeah, a lot of like I believe it's like Suicune and Zapdos are the only two that are like actually worth something. So all the other months for new players, they're not getting enough money for when they catch their legendary and they go to sell it. Personally, I think the way to get around this would be to add a reroll token. So what I'd imagine how you do it is like every time you catch a legendary, you can like go to like some NPC that's like the mysterious pearl guy. And that's not what they're called. What are they called? Prismatic pearls? Yeah. You go to that dude, and you could like maybe get a token for a reroll at your legendary, and then you could go to sell that token. And that would count as like a maybe like with better shiny odds or something like that. I don't know. It would make the legendaries actually huntable, because right now, like, there's really no reason to go out and like try and get your encounter, because one, we don't even know the shiny odds of them, and two, um, it's just such a. I think it's like, I did the math one time, and it's like one in multiple years. Like it would take for you to like go to rate, if it is 1 in 30k. We still don't know, because like when they dropped, there were so many that got found, and then like ever since then, like there really hasn't been that many shiny legendaries getting found. So yeah, it could be like some sort of rate change they did to make sure too many don't come into the game, or I mean, you never know with the PokeMMO devs. They're so secretive about odds and shit like that. Uh, but yeah, I think that would kill two birds with one stone. You get like, it would take more legendaries out of the game. It would allow like rich players to actually hunt the shiny legendaries. So that's something. Um, okay, the other thing that needs to be talked about is we need desperately a rebalancing of alphas. So currently, every alpha you catch is 2x31, right? And something I've been observing in the market is people doing the 3x31 Shalfa hunting method. Now, currently, there is more people breeding 4x31s for Shalfas than there are people taking the 4x31s and putting them onto their comps. So like, yeah, here we go. Here's Mitch, and then here's I think one of these was like, yeah, here's Lunley. That's another Shalfa hunter. The bug is like 178k for a 4x31. Let's look at Dragon. Dragon's 199. I've seen this go as low as 180. Let's see here. Field, what's that looking like? 187. And this is just kind of bad for the overall health of the market, because like if it becomes cheaper to make comps, then comps are just going to be more readily available, and that just brings the price down of the entire like market in general. It's like a two-edged sword, right? Because like it's good that competitive Pokemon are easier to access, but at the same time it's bad because like the people making them are, there's no reason to really make them now apart from like trying to get shiny rolls. So like you have all these like 4x31 Pokemon just sitting on the market, and then those get undercut, and then those get undercut. It's like you just see this like general downtrend of like any IV'd Pokemon. I think 2x31 just like, dude, check this out. I checked this the other day. Trying to see if this is the same way. So 2x31 modest with like a complementary nature. This is like 16k. Like back in the day, this used to be like at least like 35. Like it's crazy. And that's also this also has to do with the mysterious ball Pokemon giving out IVs and having like better chances at like a more at good stats and stuff like that. So, you know, in my personal opinion, just like watching like 100 4x31s go up at a time, like I think that something needs to be done about that. And yeah, I think maybe making alpha Pokemon 1x31, because there's still going to be demand for them. I mean, like rich players are still going to want them so they can what's it called, hunt for Shalfas. I think that yeah, I think that would be good for the market. Or maybe they can make them just like harder to obtain in general by like actually adding the fucking goddamn raids. We'll see if they ever actually do that though. Let's see. Okay, so Devblogs slash more clear updates, or more frequent updates. You know, I think they could add like every once in a while just some sort of like quality of life change to the game. Like I think it took like half a year for them to actually add the bike to the one Safari Zone. Like stuff like that should really never happen. I can't imagine that's that big of a fix. And I can think of so many like little quality of life things that would be great for this game. One of the other things I have written down is for the GTL. This would be great for basically any player, because this game is so centered around like selling your Pokemon and stuff like that. What if they just had up here next to the claim all button a little total calculator, So like it would just add up your listed price for everything. That way you don't have to like go through and do it manually whenever you're trying to like check your net worth. I think that would be great. I've spent so many like um I mean yeah honestly hours at this point collecting data from my listings that like I can tell you a little change like that would save so many people so much time. And literally all that is just taking the numbers of your thing and adding them together. I cannot imagine that's that much work. Um, yeah, like little stuff like that, like maybe like every month, it would really break up the I guess the pacing, because like right now it is like the dead period in the game where it's like multiple months until something actually happens. When it comes to like updates, they usually hit us with a bunch of like events and random balancing changes near the end of the year. New vanities. Like if we just got something every once in a while, I think that would make a lot of PokeMMO players happy, and it would also keep a lot of players sticking around. Um, yeah, so that's two right there. Is the GTL auto calculator and more frequent updates. Okay, so another thing we need is more fleshed out, like I guess like player versus monster content. That's what it's called in RuneScape. Is like PVM stuff. It's just like you fighting like NPCs and bosses and stuff like that. I think Pokemon needs some type of like dungeon activity, you know, because like they have the raids which they've been working on forever, and I've been told that like that stuff is like basically done, you know, but they just won't drop it for whatever reason. Uh, that would be great. But the problem with the raids is that they're just not like rerunnable. Like as they stand, from my understanding, is like you kind of just get the alpha from the one, and then like there's no there's no real incentive to do that afterwards. Like all the content in PokeMMO that's PVM is like daily stuff, which is like the bottom of the barrel, like shittiest fucking MMO content you could do. Uh, it all that stuff serves is to like just be a grind. Like there's no like actual cool like items, or there's not really much incentive, you know what I mean? Uh, and so let me try and draw some comparisons here. So the one I actually like is the Neon Hood one, the Lunar New Year one. That stuff is cool because it has like a leaderboard after a little while where you get like a sick item for like sitting there and knowing how to actually do the raid, and uh, having the fucking like patience to like sit there for like an 11-hour session and getting a good run. I think something like that that's like always in the game that has like decent money rewards and like gives you like some kind of untradeable like sick item for your character. It's like that's just something that people can just like sit around and like go for like every once in a while, you know? Like I don't know, as it stands, like I think that like gym runs and trainer reruns are like the least compelling like PVM content you could possibly have in a game. Like just literally a 1 hour long daily where there's not that much skill involved. I mean, there's like the high end of it where like you're doing sweaty shit like logging out to skip cutscenes and shit, but that's like five dudes do that. Like it's really I think that just goes to show like how kind of lame it is. um yeah, we need some type of like sick fucking engaging dungeon, or I don't know, just something like that. Um okay, what else do I have written down here? So, okay, this is kind of like a small one, but I think that having a name wipe would be sick. So, from my understanding, they did one of these back in 2017. And a lot of players that were around then are just like sitting on like a bunch of sick IGNs. Um, I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of biased with this because I want the Epoch name back. But I think it would just be cool to have like, because I imagine I've seen personally like how many like good sick usernames are on banned accounts. Like it would just be, I think people would just be happy if they'd be able to like get more like a cleaner username, because I'll tell you right now, a lot of the good ones are taken. I yeah, I don't know. That's like a super small one. Um, but yeah, I think it would be cool to free up a bunch of names that are on either banned or inactive accounts. Um, okay, let's see what else. Okay, so oh, a built-in encounter tracker. This kind of goes back to what I was saying about like maybe they could do like monthly updates. Dude, this is something that people have been asking for forever, and I really don't know why they haven't added it yet. It's just like because Gillen's crashes all the time. Or okay, for me it doesn't crash all the time, but like it's known to be annoying when it does. Um, and an archetype is like complete ass. Like I hate using that one because like every time I open it, it gives me like 20 Windows notifications, and like I can't even spectate another guy's shiny without it completely pausing my game, and I have to close a window. Like, dude, if PokeMMO would just add a built-in thing, that way, for one, it's just always completely accurate, and for two, like, yeah, it would just be so nice. That oh yeah, so people don't have to like go out and download anything else that's like completely extra. It would yeah, so built-in GTL or not GTL, built-in encounter tracker would be amazing for the health of like shiny hunting and just the game in general. It would also help like people who are just like grinding for to catch Pokemon or like get items or just like the newbie like PVM moneymakers. It would be it would be nice for them as well as the shiny hunters. I think it would just be a good update overall. Uh, oh yeah, also mobile players because I don't think they have like a version of Gillen's or Archetype. I think they just kind of used like a calculator. um, yeah, that would be sick. Uh, okay, the other ones I have. Okay, cash cap elimination. So I believe the current cash cap is like 2 billion, right? Because that's like the max you can list something on the GTL. Um, I think that like needs to be changed like really badly because as it stands, there's currently items that are like worth way over the GTL price. So like you got like the Desu Lab coat, which apparently goes for like 40 bill or some shit, and then you got like the E-Storm, which is like 15. Now there's no way of telling if these prices are accurate or if they're manipulated because like you're hearing them just from like the guys who own them. You know what I mean? Um, what RuneScape 3 had this problem for a long time. Their rare items were like way over the cash cap, and they got up to like some obscene prices. Like they were, I think the blue party hat was like 233 billion gold at some point. And once they eliminated the cash cap, that thing fell like hundreds of bills. Like it would just allow players to like. First of all, it would allow like rich players to like actually get their yen and like liquid money, right? So it incentivized that like them to actually sell their items, and it would also just like it would help people who are like aspiring to get these items to not just like get scammed, you know? Because as it stands, you kind of just have to like listen to the word of some like rich dude who obviously wants to get as much money as possible out of you. Um, yeah, I think if they ever added that, those items would crash like crazy. But that's good because it's like it's a more accurate depiction of like what they should actually sell for. Uh, yeah, I had this. I brought this idea up to quite a bit of rich players, and they kind of all agreed with me. I think universally that would be a good change. I'm not sure if the current like 2 billion money cap is like due to like whatever the integer bullshit thing is with Java. I know that's like something. um, not sure how they would code around that, but I know there is a way, and they could probably get it done if they really wanted to. All right, I don't really have that many left here. Um, okay, so I think an achievement tracker would be good. This is a thing in the new Pokemon games, and essentially all it is like when you're at a certain point of the story, um, it'll like say on your map or something like that, like where you have to go next to like get through your region. I just think this would be like a good change for like noobs, like people who are like playing the game for the first time. It'd be, yeah, that's just something nice to. You want to avoid people like looking up walkthroughs and shit like that because that's like one more step they have to take to like even complete the game, you know. Um, and a lot of the like really old Pokemon games are pretty janky and like, yeah, I think it would just be nice. Okay, so one of the other ones I have. Oh, so one of the sickest ones I ever heard of was I think they should add like some sort of Safari Zone to Unova. The pitch that I heard was by this dude named Clue. He essentially said like, what if we took the area where the Haxorus is? I think it's not the resort area. It's like the nature park, the national park, or some shit like that. It's like the post game area in Unova. What if we took that, which is like already assets that I'm assuming the game has, and we turn that into a Unova specific Safari Zone with the Pheno Pokemon, so like Drillbur, Lemanola, fucking Emolga, and Swanna. What if we took them, added those as like the rare encounters for the Unova Safari? That way they're like actually like wild huntable and not like basically egg hunt only. Um, yeah, I think that would be a great solution to like not only keep those Pokemon as rares, but also like just add a. I think the Safari zones in general just have like such good like money making potential for like broker players that each region should have one, and I believe Unova is the only one that doesn't have one. So yeah, that would solve that problem. Um, and then the last one I have written down is just stackable vanities. Like there is no reason that I can fucking stack my Pokeballs and my honeys and my impish nature herbs, and I shouldn't be able to stack my red wishmaker robes. Like, why does this take up 4? There was at one point where I had like 300 mages staffs on my old account, and I shit you not, the scroll wheel on that thing was like, it was no bigger than my cursor. Like, I had to actually go up and down this damn thing so much. And also, why are the icons like all the same thing? I feel like that just makes it so easy to mislist some crazy big item for nothing. They need to flesh out this like cosmetics tab in the bag. It really shouldn't even be a area in the bag. It should be its own thing, in my opinion. Um, maybe like a separate button down here at the bottom that you click and it just shows like your cosmetics and what you have, like your maybe they could call it like the wardrobe button or something along those lines. And okay, another thing actually, they should have a an ability to test out vanities in the game. You shouldn't have to go to PokeMMO Hub to do that. Because that's like I said, that's just one extra step that like is just kind of makes players do to like see what they're to test out items and stuff like that. Um, yeah, that would be awesome if they had that, but sadly they don't. So yeah, yeah, that's all the stuff I had written down. Let me know what you guys think in the comments of any of these suggestions, and yeah, I'd love to see some type of discussion going on about some of these proposals. And yeah, like always, take care. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys.